Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to start third unit. So, in third unit, the first topic is naming. That we are going to discuss for this today's class. Naming, uh, where names are associated to entities. Uh, the entities are files, computers, web pages, etc. So we are naming the entities. The users are naming the entities. So entities can have a location and entities can be operated on. Name resolution, it is the process of associating a name with the entity or object it represents. So name resolution is the process of associating a name with the entity or object it represents. Naming systems prescribe the rules for doing this. So for doing the name resolution process, there will be a naming system that prescribe the rules which are required for doing the name resolution process. Names, the types of names can be subdivided into addresses, identifiers, human friendly, and representation of names can be divided into human friendly format. The names can be represented in human friendly format. The names can be represented in machine readable format, generally random bit strings. Machine readable form is having 0 or 1, that is called a bit string. Addresses as names. To operate on an entity in a distributed system, we need an access point. So to operate on an entity in a distributed system, we need an access point. Access points are physical entities named by an address. So the access points are nothing but they are physical entities named by an address. So coming to telephones, we have an address. Coming to mailbox, we have an address. Objects may have multiple access points. So to operate an entity in distributed system, we need an access point. The access point is nothing but a physical entity named by the address. It may be a telephone address, telephone number, or mailbox number. So the objects may have multiple access points. Replicated servers represent a logical entity. The logical entity is called service here, but have many access points. The access points are the various machines hosting the service. The machines which are hosting the service, they are called access points. Addresses as names. Entities may change access points over time. The entities may change the access points over time. The server moves to a different host machine. The server can be moved to a different machine with a different address, but it is still with the same service. New entities may take over the vacated access point and its address. So when one entity is moved from when one entity changes its access point from one to another, the new entity which is coming back may take the vacated access point, which is already vacated, and its address. The new entity takes the access point and the address. A location dependent name for an entity is capital E. It should be independent of the addresses of the access points offered by E. So it should be independent of the location dependent name. It should be independent of the addresses of the access points offered by E. Identifiers as names. What are identifiers? Identifiers are names that are unique and location independent. Identifiers are nothing but their names that are unique and location independent. Properties of identifiers. An identifier refers to at most one entity. So one identifier can refer only one entity, which is called unique one. Each entity has at most one identifier. The same point is repeated here. An identifier always refers to the same entity. It is never reused. An entity's address may change, but its identifier cannot change. So, entity's address, if you take an entity, the name of the entity is unique. It cannot be changed, but the entity's address can change. Human-friendly names. Human-friendly names are designed to be used by humans instead of a computer. So we are the user, we are giving the names. How we are giving names to the files? In the same way. They usually contain contextual information. Example, file names. This is what I referred. How we are creating file names or DNS names, domain naming system names. For example, if you want to create a website, how we are giving the name to the website. So do not usually contain information that is useful to your computer. Representation. Addresses and identifiers are usually represented as bit strings, which is the pure name, rather than in human readable form. So it is unstructured or flat names. Human-friendly names are more likely to be character strings, having semantics. Coming to name resolution, the central naming issue is how can other forms of names can be resolved to addresses. Naming systems maintain name to address bindings. So the naming system will maintain the name to address bindings. So when the name is given, the corresponding address has to be verified, has to be located. So for that the binding should be there. That binding is done by the naming system. In a distributed system, a centralized directory of name address pairs is not practical. Naming systems, types of naming systems, we have three types: flat naming, structured naming, and attribute based naming. The flat naming is unstructured, example a random bit string. Structured naming is human readable, consists of paths, example file names or internet host naming, that is DNS naming. Attribute based naming is an exception to the rule that named objects must be unique. Here there is an exception, the objects must be unique. So there the objects must be unique. There is an exception here. Entities have attributes. Entities having attributes here, which requires an object by specifying the attribute values of interest. Coming to flat naming, addresses and identifiers are usually pure names here. which are represented in bit strings. Identifiers are location independent here. In flat naming, the identifiers used are location independent. Do not contain any information about how to locate the associated entity. So there will be no information about locating the associated entity here. So addresses are not location independent here. Identifiers are location independent, addresses are not location independent. In a small local area network, name resolution can be simple. Broadcast or multicast to all stations in the network can be done. Each receiver must listen to network transmissions and it is not scalable. Flat names, resolution in bands. Simple solution for mobile entities. Chained forwarding pointers is there and home based approaches is there. Directory locates chained forwarding pointers. Directory locates initial position. Here in chained forwarding pointers, the directory locates the initial position. Follows the chain of pointers left behind at each host as the server moves. When the server moves, it follows the chain of pointers left behind at each host. So broken links will be there in chained forwarding pointers. And coming to home based approaches, each entity has home base. As it moves, updates its location with its home base. So when it is moving, when the entity is moving, it updates its location also when it is moved. And distributed hash tables will be there in flat names. And coming to structured naming, it is also a flat name which is having bit string. It is a structured name which is having sequence of flat name which we have discussed before. That flat name will be having bit string, and structured name having sequence of words. Namespaces for structured names are labeled directed graphs. The namespaces will be labeled or directed graphs. Example for structured naming is Unix file system, and another example is domain naming system also. So in domain naming system, distributed name resolution is there and multiple name servers will be there. Namespaces. Entities in a structured namespace are named by a path name. Here, entities in the structured namespace are named by a path name. Leaf nodes represent named entities. Example, the named entities are files here and have only incoming edges. Directory nodes have named outgoing edges and define the path used to find the leaf node. So this is the figure given for representing a path by having directory node and leaf nodes. So we have to traverse from the bottom here. And coming to last naming system, which is attribute based naming, which allows a user to search for an entity whose name is not known. So it allows a user to search for an entity whose name is not known. Entities are associated with various attributes which can have specific values. So here the entities are associated with the attributes which are having specific values. By specifying a collection of attribute and value pairs, a user can identify one or more entities. So by specifying a collection, when you specify the collection of attribute value pair, then the user can identify one or more entities. Attribute based naming systems are also referred to as directory services, which is opposed to naming systems. Examples for attribute based naming: search a music database for a particular kind of music, or music by a particular artist. It is the example for attribute based naming. Difficulty here is choosing an appropriate set of attributes. How many attributes are there? What is the variety? So this is the difficulty in attribute based naming. Example: should there be a category of raga music, a type of rage? So when you ask a question like this, should there be a category of raga music, it is very difficult in attribute based naming. Satisfying a request may require an exhaustive search through the complete set of entity descriptors. Not particularly scalable if it requires storing all descriptors in a single database. If it requires storing all the descriptors in a single database, so it is not scalable. Resource description framework. It is a standardized data representation for the semantic web. Subject predicate object triplicate. Person, name, alias is the example for subject predicate object. Subject predicate object, triplet of person, name, alias is the example for subject predicate object. Some proposed solutions for attribute naming is LDAP, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol, which combines structured naming with attribute based names. It provides access to directory services via the internet. Addresses as names. To operate on an entity